Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start here with Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is gone. And intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off-play action. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Detroit.
To the air again. Goff. Being chased out left. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Devin Funches, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match. against their defense, but I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were...
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throw left side taken in by Washington.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Goss pass complete to James.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Cowboys, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a short to 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going?
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Lions 21, Cowboys nothing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now gone.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to launch it for Washington. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Lions.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott rolling to his left. And just not enough. Complete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Cowboys 0. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. But I do believe if they want to get back in this making adjustments, if you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
11 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
On play action, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The kickoff for the Lions.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Prescott now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 35, Cowboys nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pollard to return from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to claw one back. Extra point by Marr, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Trinity Benson, 56 yards. And the Lions extend their lead yet again. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Rolling to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
The 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kenneth Murray
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action now. Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's be happy about this play. Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff steps away. He's airing it out for Williams. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 59, Cowboys 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, Seed.
And now here is another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Throwing now, Goff. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
66, Cowboys 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Goff going to throw it. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One last shot now for Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by